Hey guys, today I fancied making some buffalo wings or cauliflower wings or whatever they're called nowadays, and it's basically just coating your cauliflower in like a batter, spices, whatever you fancy. You can either bake it or you can deep fry it. I fancy fried, so I'm going to make a basic batter and just deep fry them. Anyhow, just make sure you cut them into even sizes so they cook at the same time. The bigger they are, the longer it takes to cook. The smaller they are, quick cook. So I've just got that I've just got that all prepped and ready to go. And every time I make this, I just chuck in whatever. There's no rules to it. You can follow recipes, but you just got to get a nice background to the batter, and you're good to go. I'm just going to chuck in plain flour to start with, and there's no measurements. Just keep mixing, see what happens. So I'm just going to chuck in a couple heaped spoonfuls and just gauge it based on how much cauliflower you're actually going to cook. Half the time I get it wrong and have to make extra, so we'll see how it goes. That should be fine. I'm going to add some Himalayan salt. Garlic granules, and that's just from Aldi. You can pick these up in all different shops. You can get garlic granules or powder, just get whichever you prefer. Then add according to your taste. You want to get a decent amount of flavour into the batter, so the cauliflower will take on when it's frying. Just a bit of black pepper. Some smoked paprika. That'll give it flavour and colour. And what you can do, if you're not sure about how the flavour is, you can taste it. There's no egg in there, so it's fine to taste, or you can just fry one, see how it goes. If you don't like the taste, just adjust it. And turmeric for a bit more colour. Then last but not least, you don't see this in all shops, but I've seen this. Sorry, the lighting's terrible today. This is onion powder, which I picked up in a Asian shop, but I've seen it in Asda, so you might be able to pick it up there. And this is great when you want the flavour of onions, but you want it dry rather than adding fresh onions to the mix, which wouldn't go too well. I'm just going to blend those together. And we're going for like a custard consistency. So I'm going to add a bit of water to start with. Just mix that through. It's already too thick, so I'm going to add a bit more water. Obviously that's too thick, so a bit more water. And just keep adding and tweaking as you go along. You can add dried herbs as well, like thyme, oregano, basil, whatever flavour you're going for. You don't have to have it the same way each time, just make it up and experiment. I need to get a deep fat fryer, but I'm not in a rush to get it, so I'm just using my pot that I use for frying donuts and anything I want to fry. So I'm going to get this all mixed through, and then I'm going to get the oil heated. Then we can go. You can also, if you drink beer, you can make like a beer battered cauliflower too. And what you can do with these, you can eat them just as they are, or you can add an extra coating like sriracha or whatever takes your fancy. Let's look at the consistency of this to see what it's like. I think I'm going to add a tiny bit of flour. Let's get him out. I'm filming in the evening, so I'm not using natural light, so that's why the video colours are a bit off. So you have to use your imagination. There's nothing better than filming during natural daylight. Just a tiny bit more flour. And as I said, you can pop these on a lined baking tray and just stick them in the oven on a medium to high heat because you want them to cook all the way through. Not too runny, not too thick. That's perfect for how I want it. Right, so now I'm going to prep the oil, then we can start frying. Make sure they're nice and evenly coated, and then you're just going to drop it into your oil and you're good to go. And you want a medium to high heat. If you have it too high, it will cook on the outside, but it'll still be really hard on the inside. So you need to cook it for around a good 5 minutes, I'd say. And remember, don't overcrowd the pot. So do it in batches if necessary. And I'm going to pop in one more. And you can do other vegetables as well. You can do courgettes, onion. Right, we're just going to let this fry away. If you wanted, you could also coat, once you dip the cauliflower into the batter, you could coat it in panko breadcrumbs. This is a Korean brand, but you can get these in all the supermarkets. And that'll give a nice crispy coating. I forgot to say, I added a big dollop of sriracha to the batter. Just give it a bit of a kick and a little bit of a punch. Make sure you have your next batch ready to go straight in the oil. Otherwise the oil will start overheating and burning, which you don't want. That's enough for that batch. Just make sure they're all stuck together. Okay guys, so here we have it. In this little dish we have sriracha and veganese mayo. It's a nice type of burger sauce. Gherkins. You can't see it too well in here, but we've got some smoked shredded beetroot, which I bought from Tesco's. But if you check all the supermarkets, they've all got like flavoured ones, chilies and all sorts. Some homemade coleslaw, just some white cabbage, shredded, some grated carrots, some onion, a bit of garlic, some white pepper, a tiny bit of maple syrup or a bit of agave, and or agave, however it's said, and some veganese plain mayo. Some chips made in the oven, they're a bit blah, but who cares. Some peppers, the same as the ones you get in kebab shops, just a small version. You can buy it in the Turkish shops. And then we have our panko coated cauliflower wings, which really looks like a bit of chicken. And then what I've done with some of them, I fried them as I've shown you in the video, and then I've dipped them back in the batter and fried them again. That's my son in the background. I wonder if I can tear into one and show you guys. Let me grab a small one. But they're so nice, the coating on it is delicious. Right, I'm going to try and open it on camera. I bet it won't work, but let's have a go. Beautiful. The cauliflower is nice and cooked through. It's tender but not mushy. Then you've got the double coating, which has worked its way in, and then on the outside, and it's delicious. And I'm going to eat this. Anyhow, guys, I hope that helps. Just have a go at it. It's fun to play with. You're basically making like a flavoured pancake batter, dipping your cauliflower in, frying it on a medium to high heat, cooking it for about 5 minutes to make sure it's cooked through. If you want to double coat it, silly phone. If you want to double coat it, dip it back in and fry it again, or cover it in some panko breadcrumbs. Play around with the flavours. There's so many different ways you can do it. You can have like a Chinese style one. You can have an Indian style one. Like you can put curry, garam masala, whatever you fancy in there. And if you want, you can also make a sauce to coat it in afterwards. So it's more like spicy buffalo wings. Anyhow, I'm starving and I'm going to enjoy this. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Ciao.